Welcome back to the main event podcast, episode 6. We're going to get the numbers down here soon, shortly, because we kind of have to sit here and debate for about 5 minutes what number it is. We're only on number 6, so I can't imagine if we get down the road to 90s and 100s.
We're just gonna stop saying what episode it is. Welcome back. You know who we are.
I'll be your host, Colton Gibson.
I'm PJ Costello.
Cameron Alvey.
I don't know if I said I'll be, but we'll stick with
You say it like every time. I'm your host.
I'm
I'll be
glad-
your
Welcome
host.
to the game.
Yeah.
Are you ready to play?
Welcome to the game.
Before we get started, like, subscribe, and leave a comment, please. Because I will forget that later on. I'm getting better at remembering that. And if you can, share it to, because I know like on Spotify, you can share on Instagram and
Are you posting it on Instagram?
yeah, you can share it on Instagram.
Oh.
I've been sharing it on Instagram. YouTube, there's not a really easy way of,
No, you can't. No. You just go
you
and
gotta,
watch
screen,
videos.
you gotta screenshot it.
Yeah.
But if you're on YouTube, like it, subscribe, comment, leave a comment. I don't care if it's good job.
Or bad job.
Yeah, or bad job. Leave bad comments too. We'll take those.
Yep.
We
Probably
just don't
laugh.
look. We just won't look at them.
I'll probably cry at night, but only
It'll be alright.
PJ's got to take a session from Sydney. Yeah, I'm a little slow right now.
And not all the time.
Debatable.
So today we're gonna I guess we're gonna go round and round a little bit, not a whole lot. Things are starting to heat up, especially for me. I'm getting a little bit of the deer bug.
Oh yeah, getting some pictures of some nubs.
Yeah, I set out 3 cameras. No, I set out 2 new cameras, put batteries in 2 cameras that are already pre-existing, and moved one of those. Put some mineral out. Got my food plots done. Pretty much. I've got to spray this weekend since this is the first dry weekend we've had.
Yeah, it's gonna be dry Thursday, Friday,
And Saturday, because
most of Saturday. It's supposed to start raining.
Well, they said now they moved rain to like Sunday, Monday,
Monday.
Tuesday.
Did they move it again?
I just looked at it and it showed no rain for Saturday, thankfully.
Good. I gotta golf Saturday.
Got it.
Gotta golf. Gotta get that game up. Gotta get them strokes down.
So I'm excited for that. Got the beans in. We talked about that already, but they are coming in, dude.
Yeah, you had talked about. Had you
Where's
already
the brown
spread them last time? Yeah, you did spread them last time.
Because it was 2 weeks. It was
Yeah.
2 Saturdays ago.
Yeah.
So
Now,
last podcast I talked a little bit about it. But I didn't.
you were telling us how it was shooting up today at work or yesterday.
Yeah, I went up there last Saturday, and we have had an abundance of rain the past 2 weeks since they've been put out.
Yeah.
And I went up there and checked them last Saturday, and already had like 1.5 to 2-inch sprouts coming up. So they're really coming on. I need to go. Really want to get up there this Saturday, spray some Gly to kill off all the weeds that have started coming back.
You gonna spray some fertilizer?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw some 3-18-18 Deer Grow on it.
Yeah.
By the way, we are not sponsored by Deer Grow.
Did you ever get your other bottle of Deer Grove?
Yeah, it come in like the next day,
Yeah.
which was odd. By the way, Deer Grow,
Love your products.
love your products, but I think you need to. I don't know if it was UPS. I think it was UPS.
It was probably UPS.
I ain't gonna complain about UPS. I hardly ever have problems with UPS. So
It was probably a UPS fault.
it was a UPS fault. I ordered 2 things of 3-18-18 and a thing of their plot till, and only 1 jug of 3-18-18 and the small jug of plot till came in, and I was like, "What the heck?" It said delivered, so I got on there. Of course, I got ahead of everything, I guess. And then the next day, the 3-18-18 came in. So can't complain about that. That's just me being impatient.
Is plot till there like lime?
I'm not really sure. I haven't read the jug, but from what their website says it helps aerate the ground.
Okay.
I don't know what exactly it does, but I need to read into it. I put it on the clover because clover likes aerated ground.
Yeah.
So that's the main reason why I bought it. And the 2 pieces of ground that I have clover in, one's been established clover for, I guess, 3 years now. And it's not been aerated or anything like that. So I figured throwing it on that would help. And the other food plot that I've got that is clover, it used to be woods 10 years ago. And then it's never had anything else other than it had clover in it. We let it go. And then now I've reestablished clover in it. So I figured throwing that on there, it's not going to hurt it. Plus the ground's somewhat kind of compact from old brush and tractors and everything else. Yeah.
It needs some tillage done to it.
Yeah. So, and also, I already talked about that, but I dished up a little bit of it because it had so much thatch in it from pre-existing
just being bush hogged.
Years of being brush hogged. So I went in there and dished like not even a quarter of an acre. Just there's a spot that you could walk through and you could see all the old thatch, like whether it was briars or stemmy stuff. So I went in there and lightly dished it. It hardly broke any dirt, but I just wanted to get it where I could get it. Yeah. And then I went through and seeded some clover in it. I know it's not the best time to seed clover, but
better late than never.
Yeah, go ahead and throw it in there. So
it'll come in eventually.
Yeah. Plus, with all this rain we've had,
I don't think you ain't got nothing to worry about it not coming up.
The only thing I'm worried about is we're getting all this nice rain right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to shut off some point, I guarantee.
Oh yeah, it'll shut off. It'll shut off July, August, and come back at end of September.
Yeah, that's how it's been for the
past couple years.
2 years.
Cause we put in them was it 2 years ago that we put in? I guess it was 2 years ago started putting in turnips.
Yeah,
and then we followed the instructions on the bag.
Said early September.
Early September.
And my thoughts were like the earlier the better. So it was like September. I was like out there like August.
Yeah, the first week. Yeah. September 1st, out there planting it. And
hardly any rain.
Yeah, it took a long time for it to actually come up.
And a lot of them come up
and they were little. Like mine were little. Like the only thing that were big were the radishes that were mixed in with mine because they would be like half your arm.
Yeah. I think which a lot of that, of course, you can have perfect ground, but if you don't have rain, man, it is a wash.
Unless you can get to it with some sort of water and just water it, unless you gotta, some people drill a well wherever their food plots are, and they'll have a spigot. I mean, if you have the ability to do that.
So I was watching something, I can't remember, but they pretty much said that watering your food plots, unless you can water them every day, it is nearly useless.
If you can get,
I can see it if you're in a drought.
Yeah.
And you can get water to them at least once a week. It'll make a difference in keeping it alive until you get timely rain.
Well, these big outfitters or big operations, I'm not going to call them outfitters, but operations like this, they usually have a irrigation system involved, so they don't. It's hands off. They can just open up the spout and let it run all the time.
Yeah, I ain't got that kind of money. But I'm excited to see how it turns out. Like I said, I'm going to spray Goliath 318-18. Then I got to go spray that other plot, clover plot. I didn't get to spray it with Clef.
Yeah.
And I also need to spray fertilizer on it, so I'm gonna get that this Saturday. And like I said, I want a video as well.
Just doing it.
Just that, and just showing you that you really don't have to have a whole lot to make a food plot, especially soybeans. And I really would like to further advance myself in the next coming years in getting a no-till
seed drill.
Yeah. Specifically for.
I tried to get you to buy one last year, 2 years, and just let me and PJ borrow it every now and then. But you hadn't bit the bullet. So
I have not bit the bullet. Not bit the bullet.
They sell them used on Marketplace all the time. Good deals. Good deals.
And that's the thing, dude. I was listening to a podcast earlier about it. You can spend bukus of money on a
seed drill.
Yeah.
You can spend bukus of money on any farm equipment. It's just, do you want new? Do you want old? Do you want stuff that's easy to work on, or do you want stuff that's going to be hard to work on?
Yeah. So I think the route I'll end up going is like a 3-row planter if I can find one.
You're gonna get so you're not gonna get
I don't know.
Seed drill. You're gonna get a row planter.
I don't know. I like the thought of having a seed drill because
that's an actual no-till system.
Yeah, well, you can use it for multiple applications.
Yeah.
Too, whereas like the planter is mainly for corn and soybean.
Well, it depends. You can get there's different trays that sit down in the planter. You can get trays for sunflowers and stuff like that as well.
I don't care about sunflowers.
Well, I'm just saying, there's different stuff that you can, different heads for finer seeds.
Can you do clover?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That
do they have one for clover?
Like, I don't know. I don't know if you can.
I don't know. That'd be kind of hard to do that.
I don't know if you would want to plant your. I
don't
know if you want to plant your clover in rows though.
That's what I'm saying. Well, most people like a seed drill. You can use.
Well, in a seed drill, you could
because you can roll them out any way you want.
Yeah.
Tight rows, but like a planter, you got 3 rows that are 14 inches wide. That ain't gonna do a whole lot for clover.
No.
That'd be one funky looking.
That's for your corn and beans and that's stuff for.
Can you do soybeans and stuff in seed drills?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah.
I ain't never messed with one that much. We had one at our feed mill.
Yeah.
And a lot of people use them for clover and pastures.
I think it just depends. I think there's different settings that you got to do for different seed sizes.
And you also have to space it out. You have to figure out how they space.
Yeah. You can. I'd say you can.
You definitely. Yeah. Now it's coming back to me. You definitely can because I remember that. But yeah, that's the exciting part of this year, especially the 2 cameras I got out on the new place. It's kind of weird to me. It's kind of disappointing in effect because I don't know any of these deer.
That should be exciting, not disappointing.
It's disappointing because I'm like, I don't know what you are and I don't know what you're going to be.
Well,
so I'm not like, it's not like an excitement like, oh, I remember that deer because I remember him from last year. He came back. You know what I mean?
Well,
there's
no early right now at this point.
Well,
you won't ever have that.
I won't have that this year.
You won't have that this year.
Period. Other than one deer.
Yeah.
That I'm after.
Yeah. we know that deer.
But as far as any of the other deer, it's like, well, I have no idea what deer this is, and I don't know what he's gonna be or if he can be anything. And it's really hard right now telling the age, unless you're looking at unless you're looking at 1 and 2 year old deer.
Yeah. And
then like the 3-year-old, because I've got 2 deer that I'm like, are they 2? Are they 3?
The ones that have showed up.
Yeah.
A couple times.
And it's like one's got brow tines. He's got pretty good brow tines. He's probably got 2.5 inch, 3 inch brow tines right now.
Straight up.
No, this one's
the one
wild one. And he looks like he's got decent mass, which it's impossible to tell right now.
You don't know how much you're gonna lose.
Yeah, between now and August.
Yeah.
So it's like,
well, even from August and September, wherever they shed.
Oh
You get so heartbroken. You're like, man, this deer's gonna have 8 inch bases, and then Yeah, turns out he's a spike.
I haven't had that. I know what you mean. So, and then I've got that other one. He's literally just pretty much bases that come straight up.
Yeah.
He's going to be a high
High
and tight type deer. And he's starting brows.
Yeah.
But they're like that. And he's got one little nub on his base as well. So I'm curious just to watch them and see how they grow and what they are. So, like you said, it is exciting to an extent because I don't know what I'm going to get on camera.
Farm that you get to hunt, you know?
Yeah. So, but at the same time, it's like I have no idea what deer this is and what he's going to be. So
yeah,
that is exciting, but it's also, to me, it's like I have zero history with them, so I don't know what to expect. I am getting a little ahead of myself right now too because it is only May 20. When is it? 21st. So it's like, right.
You jumping.
Yeah, I'm jumping the gun.
You're jumping the gun right
Wait
now.
till July and you're like, ooh. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, usually June you can start seeing the makeup of them, what they are going to turn to be. Late June.
Yeah.
And then July is when it's like, okay.
I like you.
Yeah.
You're solid 120.
Oh, yeah. Spike. If it's brown, it's down.
Yeah.
Shoot a little butt, you know?
So I'm excited for the next month and a half, 2 months, especially. Of course, I'm getting married and PJ is too, so we have to sit. No, I'm joking. We're excited for that, not just because of deer.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm more excited.
Y'all just ready for the beach.
I'm ready for a break from work. It seems like it's been forever.
Yeah, same.
It's been since October of last year since.
Yeah, November for me.
Well, yeah, I just meant like actually going somewhere.
Well, yeah. It's been that long since I've had a.
I would say South Dakota was a vacation.
To an extent. I feel like we worked harder in South Dakota than most days we do at work.
I think I got a fishing trip last year.
Don't you have a yearly fishing trip?
Yeah, which I don't know what we're doing this year for, but besides that, last year was kind of just.
Yeah, he was off.
I was off.
Do you want to talk about that for a second? We must.
Okay,
I know it's not hunting related, but let's kind of. So we're going to just forewarn you, explicit.
Take off the trains right now.
But no. So you'll hear me talk about like being off work and everything else, and they might joke about something. But last year,
strong leg.
Last year I had a firework go off on my leg, and it did a crazy amount of damage. But I recovered from it, pushed past it, went back to work. Was it 7 months later?
You were out from June to January
17th. I came back.
It was literally it was like 6.5 months.
Yeah,
because you weren't pushing. I think it might have been 7.
Yeah, it was pretty close because it happened June 14th last year, which we always set off fireworks, anytime in the summer. But it disengaged my leg, got life flighted, was in a hospital for 3 weeks, had 9 surgeries, and then went to PT and everything else and came back. But
upper outside thigh.
It was like all here and down and kind of inside groin area. No other damage besides just the leg. But
quad damage.
Yeah, quad,
lucky.
Hip. I don't know what this one is called, but
yeah, flexure damage and everything.
Yep. But yeah, if you ever hear us talk about me being off work and you hear like inside jokes, that's usually what it's about.
Yeah, we're all lighthearted, but all seriousness, he was very lucky to be where he's at now.
Yeah, to even survive that.
Going to the gym, getting swole.
Trying to.
Where were we at? Because I kind of like. But aside from that, we are grateful PJ is here.
We were talking about vacations.
Yeah. We are grateful PJ is here, and we are grateful that he still has a leg. But
he'd probably be like Lieutenant Dan.
Heck, he was looking at those motorized.
The Utah University bionic leg.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get him to get one of them
chairs.
One of them all-terrain wheelchairs with tracks on them.
I still want one.
I think it'd be pretty cool. I'm gonna lie.
I just wanted you to be a pack mule for
y'all be going up, the hill, South Dakota. I'd be.
Yeah, then you'd be rolling down the hill.
Get a little sideways on it and flip that thing over in a heartbeat. But yeah, we'll get off of that tangent. I just thought I don't know why. No, we hadn't said
we
that.
haven't
I can cut that.
We
hadn't touched that at all. I can cut that out if you don't want.
No, don't bother me now. We're good.
But yeah, so it's been a while since I've had a vacation, and I know it's been a while for you to actually have a vacation.
Yeah. No, I had a vacation all year last year.
That was not a vacation whatsoever.
He just did that on purpose for time off.
Yeah. Watch this.
I'm sure that's what you said before it happened.
The first thing I said besides go get me a belt was, you need to call Colton. Or like, Colton, no, I can't be on call.
Chelsea was texting us.
She called me. She called me crying, and I was like, what happened? And she's like, she told me just in short that PJ blew his leg up with a firework, and then he won't be on call anymore. I'm like, that's the last thing you need to worry about is work. I was like, just make sure he's alive. I was like, I don't care about work. If he doesn't show up for work, that's no big deal. I just want to thank you for calling and letting me know that PJ is hurt. But I could care less that PJ.
Sure, we would have found out what happened to you.
Well, I had the work truck there. I was like, oh crap, so I'll have to come get that thing.
They didn't come get it for like a month neither. Is what's funny.
It was a couple weeks.
It was 2 weeks because you were still in the hospital.
Yeah, I know.
So it was like 2 weeks before they went and got the truck. So, but we'll get off of that. We are not going to South Dakota this year. And we are not going to North Dakota this year.
Found that out today, so
that's a big bummer. But that means we're going to South Dakota next year.
Hopefully.
Or
we can go to North Dakota. I mean, we got
maybe.
I mean, we both got one preference point.
From my understanding, you have to have. I've heard you gotta have 2 for South Dakota.
Well, if anything,
we've just got 1 for South Dakota
or North Dakota.
Oh, I was like.
South Dakota, we got Drew last year
with one.
So we're thinking next year we'll get drawn.
And then we'll have 2 for preference points for North.
Yeah.
If we don't get drawn.
Yeah.
But I doubt we will. And then.
Well, it'd be nice. Just drive right up to North Dakota and hunt.
Yeah, kill one in South, go North, kill one.
You would almost have to have like 2 weeks off to do that.
You probably, 3 weeks for all of us to do it.
Yeah. Especially being we have zero awareness of North Dakota because we've never been up there.
Yeah, if it's anything like South Dakota, hopefully we have a little experience with South Dakota now. We're not going in blind like we did last year and struggled.
We have a debate though on whether or not where we want to go. I think there's 3 options on the table. I just want to talk about this. I'm not going to state areas.
Okay. I was like,
because I don't want to
our areas.
I'm not stating our areas, and I also don't want to ruin it for other people.
Yeah.
So, 1 is the place we stayed at.
Mm-hmm. I
2,
like that place.
2 is where we actually hunted.
Yeah,
where you killed your deer.
Yeah, I don't.
And the 3rd option is a place we haven't been, but it was the one where 190-inch deer was killed there like a week or 2
south of us.
Yes.
Yeah. The guy that you talked to.
Yeah. I like the idea.
Was that not a special draw though?
Not where he was at.
Okay.
So, but I like the idea of. I was sitting there thinking about it today, and this is just brainstorming because we've got a year before that happens. But as we drive up there, we can check that area out.
Did we drive past? We drove
Yeah,
past it. We drove through it, didn't we?
Like we had we drove 4 hours before we got, or 6.
Yeah, it was a long
before
time.
we got to where we were staying at. So
stop and glass it.
Stop
and just look
and maybe check it out that day or afternoon, If we like it, hunt it for that morning. If nothing turns up, move on up
To where y'all were.
to where we were. The thing is though, is I hate wasting.
I would hate to take the time to set up camp.
Yeah.
I think we just sleep in the truck that night.
Yeah, that would be the.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to pitch a tent or nothing and have to take it down.
That's where a
Topper.
something.
No, I was telling him, I was like, we just need to build us a trailer. And
Oh,
it's
we
got
also
little
could.
living quarters like we saw at NWTF, and he was like, nah, that's
I
why
don't
you
even
just
know how you
buy
would
one.
build one though. As far as
Be pretty easy. Get you a little like trailer.
That's what just
well, I
build it
get
on.
that, but like. the way he is,
I think there's enough manpower and brains between the three of us
Oh,
that
yeah.
we can.
I can build wherever you
There's
want to.
enough YouTube that we can figure something out.
We could just have still the bottom where like a normal part of the trailer is be where we pitch everything.
Yeah,
And then we can build up a little like.
The only thing he was saying-
I was saying put it on hydraulics and be able
put
to
it on a
lift.
hydraulic system and
lift
lift it up. That way you're not pulling a parachute behind you all the way.
Yeah,
up.
so you don't
That's
have
why-
as much drag behind you.
That's why those ones we saw at NWTF would be so nice because
Because
they're so compact.
Because we can
Why don't you
honestly.
get a pop-up camper?
That's what I was about to say. We can probably honestly buy a pop-up camper and just sit it on top of the trailer.
Or you just buy
The pop-up. No, I'm talking
Or
about
about
the
pop-up
pop-up.
trailer because it's got wheels and tires on it.
Well, I understand that, but like, it's not as rugged. It's not as rugged and cool looking like the other one.
I'm not
We
worried
can-
about being cool.
We can paint it black if that's what
Let's
you
just-
want.
Let's get it wrapped.
You can get one wrapped.
That'd be cool.
He's paying for it.
You
Well,
can
I'm
buy-
not paying for
you
it.
can
Here's
buy
your
the vinyl.
idea.
If you buy the vinyl, we can wrap one. It's not hard. It just takes time.
I bet it
You
looks
just gotta-
like
You got a
absolute
heat gun?
crap.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
did
You
We're
just
good.
gotta clean it.
He'll do it. You pay for it.
Yeah, I ain't doing
And I'll
it.
inspect it.
We're all three.
I'll sit over there.
Yeah, in the lawn chair with
It's looking good.
with your good leg propped up.
It's looking good.
You just have to get it super clean. That's
Yeah.
the
Oh
problem.
my god, you'd have to prep it.
Yeah.
Prep the crap
Well,
out
he's
of
got
it.
a power washer and a foam cannon and
And cleaner.
cleaner.
Crap
So
like that.
Mm.
we can just sit there and watch him do it.
Oh, we
Hopefully,
gotta just start
hopefully in
business.
a what do you call those things?
Fanny pack.
No, it's
I
like
don't know what you were doing.
underwear, but it's like for guys that wear like swimming. Speedo.
Speedo.
He can wear a Speedo and he can wash it. We can sit over there.
Lego print Speedo.
Yeah.
There you go.
We veered off the path here. I like the idea of, I would love to get one. Maybe not be in the playbook in the next year or two, but in the near future, I would love to have one for those specific reasons. Because you could pop one up in 10 or 15 minutes and have you a bed to sleep in, and then roll it back up and roll on if that's not where you want to be at. The ones at NWTF were legit though.
Yeah, legit expensive.
I mean, yeah, they were expensive, but like they
Yeah,
had.
that's why we just built our own.
I mean,
What
what
brand
was?
were those anyway?
I don't remember.
I couldn't tell you. I don't remember.
Now I have seen ones you can get toppers for like your truck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Those
those
are
how hard would that be to fit 3 guys in?
Pretty hard.
someone's sleeping in the cab.
It's like on massage chairs.
It would be hard to fit 3 guys in that. Now that one that we saw at NWTF, you could definitely put 3 guys in,
Oh yeah.
and it was nice because they had compartments on the bottom where you could load it full of luggage or your bows or.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Needs compartment space as well.
I want
Like
to
a
get a
sleeping
topper
space.
for my truck. Topper for my
Top would
truck
be so
would be
nice. Just throw everything in. Don't remember it rains or
You
not.
can at least pile stuff
You
up.
could actually pile stuff up and have the whole back seat.
Yeah,
Be nice.
because we piled.
Everything.
We loaded
I mean,
that
it
thing
was-
down.
It was loaded down to the brim, back seat and the bed.
Yeah.
But that's near future. So if you're looking to go out west, which we're from Kentucky, so it's like we've got a long haul. We want to take everything we can possibly think of
That we might need.
that we might need. And we did last year.
Minus food.
Minus food. That's a definite. If you're going out west, specifically South Dakota,
There's nowhere. There's nowhere to buy food at.
There's nothing to buy food unless you were passing through a big city like we did.
We survived off gas station hot dogs,
which were by
for
far
2 weeks, or for like 3 days.
For 2 weeks.
Well, might as well be. Until we found an IGA, then we started living a little better. Steaks.
Those were by far the best hot dogs I've ever had.
Oh yeah, they came from a local butcher shop, and we just so happened to luck out that there was a little deep freeze and a refrigerator in the very back of this gas station where it had slot machines and a shower and a little wine rack that had local meat from a butcher shop, but
it was expensive as all.
We looked at the steaks, like 6-ounce sirloin, $32. Can't do that.
Ain't doing that. So we lived off hot dogs for like
hot
3
dogs
days.
and bratwursts.
Hot dogs were surprisingly better than the bratwursts.
The hot dogs were better than the bratwursts,
which is odd.
I hate to say, but them were by far my favorite hot dogs I think I've ever had.
But yeah, South Dakota and North Dakota is out the question this year, unfortunately. But I like to have a good game plan going into South Dakota. I think that's a good game plan. We might talk about it some more. I know we'll definitely talk about it some more if we get drawn next year, for sure.
Yeah.
But I also like the idea of the place we stayed at, because it was almost kind of dumb not to. It's also kind of dumb not to go to the place we eat.
But at least it's not too far out of driving distance. But we can do half and half if it came down to it.
What do you mean?
Like if it's not working out where we stayed at last year, we can just pack up and go where we hunted at the rest of the time.
True. I don't know, that place had some decent deer in it. I don't know.
It was just
different terrain.
Different terrain than what we hunted the whole time.
Yeah.
Other than, I guess, a couple of days.
And I will say, if you're going on a mule deer hunt, you want pretty bad conditions to hunt.
Oh, yeah.
You want high winds.
You want
or rain, or fresh rain.
Yeah. You want some noise going on other than you. If that makes sense. You want noise to cover up your noise.
And I didn't think of that, because you think of deer hunting, you're sitting in a tree, you want just a slight breeze, 5-10 mile an hour winds, all you really need. Just keep your scent blowing.
Yeah,
and you want it.
And out there in the open, 10 mile an hour winds
is nothing.
No.
You need a 20 mile an hour wind, especially whenever it was dry as it could be.
We had 2 days of really good hunting conditions.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. There were some days that we had some wind, but others it was
not ideal.
No. But
if you're going, definitely if you do go on a mule deer hunt, I would plan out your hunt. Obviously, you can't plan out because of weather, because for us, it's long drive.
Yeah.
And we only get time off when we plan time off.
Yeah.
We gotta go when we took off.
Yeah.
So, but if you do get a couple days of hunting weather, try to locate deer. And I'm not saying not try to get in on them, but if you can get into a spot,
watch them bed down
and watch them and try to keep your eye on them till you get good weather, or whether you set up on them, waiting on them to come feed out to you or something like that. Because obviously I'm going to try to take any opportunity I can possibly take on them. Yeah. But I also don't want to blow them out of there and never see them again for the rest of the week.
Here's a free tip that we got from Minnesota guys. Take off your shoes. Roll up your pant legs.
Yeah.
And walk in your socks. 10 times quieter than walking with your pants down. Roll up the end of your pants up to your knees.
I take them to your knees, because your pant legs, I don't care what kind of pants you got, they still make a little bit of noise.
Yes.
And a little bit of noise up there is a lot.
It's loud. And then take off your shoes. Watch out for cactus.
Yeah.
It is out there. But take off your shoes. I don't know. Keep a pair of thick socks. Or just rock with the socks you got on and just start stalking.
From what I've seen, guys, they'll buy moccasins.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
I want to look in next time we go. We probably want to look into getting a pair of moccasins because, dude, let me tell you, I sat down and picked cactuses out of my feet for like 20 minutes one day.
And our rivalry's pretty bad up there.
We only saw one. Colton saw it.
One.
I don't really want to be walking barefoot with my pants up.
Well, when you're walking out there, when you're trying to put a stock in, you usually keep a good idea of what's in front of you.
Yeah, you are locked in, you drillings up. I mean, you are in the
I was trying my hardest not to step on a cactus, but I still stepped on them just because, like, the thatch and stuff, there'd be a cactus
underneath.
And, buddy, it would tear you apart. So, if you're actually going out there and doing it, I'm definitely looking to getting some moccasins, especially if you're a first timer. And the whole pant rolling up thing, I never thought of that until after I put a stock on it here. And dude, I didn't realize how loud it is until you're within 100 yards of a deer.
Getting quiet.
Dude, it is. That was another thing. If I would have waited an hour, I think that stock would have actually turned out successful because I looked at the weather and the wind was supposed to pick up by midday to like 20 mile an hour gusts of winds. Whenever I went, it was like 10 mile an hour winds. And 10 mile an hour is marginal. It's decent, but it's not the greatest. You can get by with a lot more with a 20 mile an hour gust than you can a 10 mile an hour gust, obviously. And I went in there on a 10 mile an hour gust, and even just like my pant legs, I could hear them. And I wear Sitka. He's got KUIU pants is what he was wearing. And the Sitka pants to me they're like the most quietest pair of pants I've got. But when you're trying to get in 50 yards to a mule deer, in my case, I'd get in within 20 because you couldn't see him because he was bedded down in a little draw, and I'm popping up over this hill. He was going to be within 25, 30 yards of me. Turns out he was like 20 yards of me. So when you're getting that close to one, you want to be as quiet as possible. And so if you got a 15 mile an hour, 20 mile an hour wind, that's the greatest circumstances you can have on getting that close to one. So if you're going to do it, try to find some deer and try to get on them when you've got good wind and good weather for it. So that's all I got to say about South Dakota and North Dakota, other than the fact it's a big bummer this year.
Hearing y'all talk about it makes me excited. Not even to try to like kill a deer. I just really just want to go. Like I told you, I don't.
Views out there.
Well, I've been like through there to get not through South Dakota, but
Colorado. You were in
I've been in Colorado, I've been in Wyoming.
I don't know.
Went from Wyoming up to Montana.
Are they flat like?
Not where I was. I was in Jackson Hole.
It is flat.
I was in Jackson Hole, went to Yellowstone.
Dude, it is insane. We're from Kentucky, so it's like seeing 2 miles is one thing here. But when you get up there,
and you don't see a tree.
That was the weirdest things because you're driving down the road, there's trees everywhere.
You don't go anywhere around here without seeing a tree.
Yeah, out there, it is. I would like to know how far we can actually see.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Because it's
so
impossible to tell how far you can.
So hard to judge distance out there.
It's like, there's
like we set up on some deer across this little ditch, and we got 80 yards. Clocked it or ranged it. It was like 190 yards. The deer are right there though, from the looks of it, but they're not.
They're not because there's nothing to base off of. There's no trees. There's nothing. It's just.
I really want to go, and while like y'all can both have your bows, which I can have a pack, bow on mine, but I'd be carrying cameras and some equipment.
Well, you ain't got to do that. You can still hunt them.
I don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I just want to be out there and watch
clip
something.
that you got on your pack now, it'll
Oh, yeah.
make 10 times easier, but still.
It's beautiful. Even not being successful on the hunt, like me, it was 10 out of 10.
It was worth it.
I want to go back. I don't even care if I kill. I want it.
Like, we even saw elk there. We didn't expect to see elk there. Saw 2 bull elk.
I'd say not very many people have seen elk in South
They've got
Carolina.
like a population of like 6,000.
Yeah. And we were 2 dummies that found 2. 2 bull elk.
2 bull elk.
So if y'all want pins, you scrape over a little money, or maybe 3 tags for South Dakota this year, or nice private land hunting. We can send you pins on where 2 bull elk were. And they're rubs, so they're definitely
rubs or beds.
Yeah,
they're crap. I mean,
we were in
everything.
on.
We're not there anymore.
I bet they are.
I don't know how they're.
Well, I don't know where
they've got different summer ranges.
I don't know where they would go.
Yeah, as far as where they're at, there's not much places.
I mean, they might be on a different side of the parcel that we were on, but
or maybe in croplands nearby. But as far as like
other than like cover and like food and resources, I mean,
there's nothing else to go to out there. There's literally
they're pretty isolated where they are.
Without trying to give away the spot, it is like it's weird because when you're rolling up on this place, it's like, wow, what? How?
Where did you come from? Like,
and how did this happen?
Yeah, it's.
We'll have to talk more about it off the camera.
It was real pretty where we stayed at.
Because it doesn't look right in our.
It does not match the surrounding landscape.
Yeah. So, but it is beautiful, and I definitely want to go back just to be there. Mm-hmm. I want to go to North Dakota just to see the different terrain, which I know the terrain might be.
We should have just drove up while we were up there.
Well, that's the thing though. Like the terrain where we were at was probably going to be identical in North Dakota. But like as you go on up west, northwest.
We should have just kept driving, just not come back to work.
Yeah, you just get lost.
Skipped out on Mount Rushmore by accident, but wasn't too upset about it. I was ready to be home.
We were ready to be home, and we blew on past it. We're gonna move off of that. I wanted to talk about the CWD in Kentucky. So this isn't set in stone yet, but it has been allegedly released, and I don't know what the sources are, but it's the talk that the state, there was 4 counties maybe in the northwest corner, not northwest, but western corner of Kentucky are going under a CWD red zone or whatever they call it because of a case of CWD in Indiana.
Whoa.
Yeah. Like I'm not gonna put it past it here to cross the Ohio,
But yeah, that's one thing. They were wanting, and this is what ticks me off. So they've got CWD zones already in the West, I'm pretty sure, unless they've already lifted them.
Kentucky?
Yeah. Then they've got a CWD. They had one out west. I don't know if they still do. I think it's
surveillance zone.
Surveillance zone is what they call it. They have one in Hardin, Breck.
I don't know if that's getting lifted this year or what.
And Zero talks about that. So, and I'd be willing to bet that's not going to be lifted for a couple of years. It's Hardin, Breck, and Meade, isn't it?
Hard. Might not be hard.
I think it's Meade.
Well, Meade's in there.
It was Breck, Meade, and Hardin. I know for sure.
I thought Hart was in there too.
No, Hart's south. If Hart was in it, we would have been in it.
You're connected to Breck and Hardin County too, ain't you?
Yeah.
See, I mean, I don't know why you.
It was, but the case was in Breckenridge, is why it was distributed. Or maybe it had been Meade, I can't remember. But the zone where the case was found was within their zone of Hardin and Breck, is why they do it.
I don't know. I don't know why they did it.
the state of Kentucky, whenever they have a CWD case found, this one was a pen-raised deer. There was a CWD case that was found last year, wasn't it? It was last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
And they have, like, if they do a zone within a certain allotment of miles, any zone, any county in that circumference gets put in a CWD surveillance zone. So they put a baiting ban, and also you can't cross county lines with carcasses. So like if you're getting it processed or taxidermied, you couldn't cross county lines with the carcass. You would have to debone and all that before you count it cross county lines. Well, this surveillance zone that they are now establishing in Western Kentucky they're going to try to have a early doe season rifle in late September, keep baiting, and I think that was it.
Okay, updates for CWD zones are coming soon for the 25-2026.
And we're in
deer season.
May, so they might have it in July, maybe June.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I don't like the idea of having, one, if you're going to make a surveillance zone, they all need to be the same across the board. No zone should be this different than another zone, because that's just unfair, in my opinion. If you want more people to kill more does, you're going to have to change your laws and regulations as they are across the state, according to zones. So like if you're a zone 1, we've already talked about this, but I'm going to touch on this just a little bit. Zone 1 in Kentucky is unlimited does, correct? And then zone 2 is like 3 does and 1 buck. And then I can't remember the rest of the zones. But if you want people to harvest more does, you're going to have to change your regulations on doe harvests. Because people aren't going to go kill does just because you tell them to kill does.
No.
And that mindset has been the same for the past 20 years. That's where this all stems from, is you don't kill does because that's your future bucks.
Yeah.
And that's where we've gotten into this place where we've got too many does in some of these zones. And that's why like zone 1 is an unlimited doe. Well, people still aren't taking advantage of that. And I understand that. I understand why. Why would I want to kill 6 does?
A whole lot of hassle.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of hassle. I'll kill my 1 buck and maybe a doe just for the meat and be done with it. Not to mention processing is expensive unless you do your own.
Yeah.
My buck was $190. So it's like,
gosh.
Yeah.
That's outrageous.
And I didn't have anything really crazy other than those sticks.
The snack sticks.
Yeah. Everything else was sausage and ground. So
it was still $190?
It's still $190. Mm-hmm. So I can't blame people for not going and killing 6 does and having them processed.
Yeah.
Now what the state needs to do is advertise the Kentucky Hunters for the Hungry.
Hunters for the Hungry, yeah.
That's not being advertised
It's
at
not.
all.
I found out from you about that.
Last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that not being advertised? You want us to kill more does.
That's an incentive to kill your does.
Yes.
Because I don't think it might cost $10.
I don't even think.
I think
the only hassle you have is filling out the piece of paper at your local butcher, whoever takes them.
Yeah, that's what I don't think I paid anything last year.
And I think you have to field dress them. I think.
If they're not field dressed, I think you have to pay $10 or something.
Whatever that shop's fee is, probably $10 or $20.
Yeah, for field dressing. But if they're field dressed, I don't think you got to pay.
Yeah. So there's an incentive right there alone, because you're helping other people out, and
you don't have to really mess with it any more than you would have already killing a deer.
Yeah. So that's one thing. And I think another thing is the state of Kentucky is doing a poor problem with is telling people what management is actually about. So the state, it all boils down to is numbers. They want people to kill a certain allotment of numbers each year. They want this amount of deer taken out of the population, but they're not telling why it needs to be taken out. So let's shift our focus on numbers and probably helping people learn and reason with why you need to take this allotment of does off your property if you have an abundance of does.
Yeah.
So like this isn't going to apply for like zone 3 and zone 4.
But 2 and 3.
But 2 and 3.
Or 2 and 1.
Or yeah, 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
It would apply to. Like, hey, our farm, my farm specifically, it has an abundance amount of does. And I'm finally getting to the point with my papaw that owns the property that we need to start taking does. This all stems from the fact that, and me and PJ talked about this the other day, I would like to see the statistics on how many bucks actually stay and how many bucks actually leave. I'd be willing to bet that 90+% of the buck fawns that a doe has leave, and they are gone. They leave 3, 4, 5 miles away. If you take that doe off, that buck is there to stay.
Yeah, it won't be pushed off.
No. Unless you still have over an abundance of does, because those buck fawns don't like to be around does.
Yeah, doe pressure will drive your bucks away.
Yeah. So if you've got an abundance of does and you're like, well, I want to kill one in the rut.
I don't want to kill my does. It'll mess up my bucks up.
It won't. I promise you. Especially if you have an abundance of does. In fact, it will help you out if you have an equal amount of does, or not an equal amount, but a good ratio of buck to does, because you will see more bucks, you'll see a better rut, and there's just no negatives. And the state doesn't tell that.
No, I won't explain it.
You have to go on YouTube and watch
podcasts
and
these biologists,
land surveyors, and all that to tell you why you should kill does and why you should have a good assortment of bucks and does on your property. Because, and that's what I tried getting to my papa. I was like, listen, I don't care if I see 50 does out on the field. That does me no good. I'm not there to kill does. I want to see bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So like driving down to our farm and I count 50 does between here and up on top of the hill where the soybeans are at, and I see 50 does, it's like, cool, they're nice to look at, but it, as far as a purpose of hunting wise,
it's not good. It's not healthy.
It's not healthy for the population.
That many mouths to feed up on one farm. I mean, it puts a whole lot of stress on deer during the winter.
Yeah. So the state needs to address that. And I know we're not everybody's managing their farms to kill big deer. But the state could manage the state to an extent to where everybody could kill what they want to kill. Whether it's killing the first buck with antlers, killing does, killing a big buck.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing over this CWD zone that they are applying is a doe-only season in rifle season in the end of September.
Yeah, a doe-only rifle season, which is just going to open the door for poachers to easily get away with killing bucks with a gun in September.
And arguably, bucks are more prevalent in an open field in September than they are in November, which is the rifle season.
When beans are still green.
Yeah.
They're out there eating the tender leaves off the top of the bean plant still.
I'm so excited about that early September. You know, it's hot.
Oh, I thought
in the evenings.
I thought
the temperature starts to drop, and you're sitting there and you hear a squirrel and you think it's your big buck.
Yeah, that's not. But it's just not a good idea.
I don't think. I mean, the only way I I can see it like working out kinda is if you during that early gun season for doe onlys, nobody's allowed to harvest a buck during that time.
Yeah, it would have to be that.
Yeah.
It would have to go to that.
Which is gonna affect your
Bow hunters.
archery hunters.
And that's gonna affect archery hunters anyways.
It's gonna affect archery hunters anyway. Yeah, no matter
Because you're gonna add pressure. You're gonna add.
You're gonna have a whole lot more pressure.
Yeah.
A whole lot earlier than you usually would, because pressure starts building up. October, whenever you got your muzzle loaders, and then more people get out in the woods because it's cooler. More bow hunters get out in the woods when it's cooler in October, and then comes November. There are 3 weeks of gun season, 2 weeks of gun season.
Yeah.
And they're about had it by then.
And I want to touch on this just for a minute. I know I'm not a biologist, but we have lived it, and we have seen it, and we understand the cause and effects of what pressure does and how regulations can change things in the woods for the better or the worst. So when we're coming at these things, we might not be looking at it as a biologist standpoint, but we're looking at it as the common hunter standpoint.
Yeah.
And as a common hunter, we want to protect the common hunter. And that's anybody and everybody can be as a common hunter, whether that's your guy that's managing for big bucks or the guy that's just going out there to kill the first buck he sees.
Do you think they're just trying to catch it before it might spread to different counties?
There is zero reason for this. Because the only aspect that they see of this is if there's any other cases, the possibility might be caught. If you kill a deer, they'll want you to get it tested. If you get it tested, that lets them know that there's no other prevalencies in that area to see if there's any other deer affected. Even though this prevalency was across the Ohio River. And there's no cures. There's nothing.
Just this course.
Yeah. That's
the way it's going to happen, whether you're
like it or not. It's going to be there or not. It's not going to say the C word on here from 2020, but it's kind of similar to that aspect.
Blown out of proportion.
Yeah, it's not like you can go and give a vaccine to every deer in the state
No.
to prevent them from getting
CWD. Only way you could medicate your deer is by feeding them, and even then, it's still not 100%.
It's not getting to every deer.
You would have to have like a feeding program and have multiple feeding sites on your farms.
Mm-hmm.
And I might be feeding, but my neighbor might not be, and you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's a touchy subject. I don't like talking about CWD because they're trying to research about it, but there's nothing out there about it as far as helping the deer. And I think the regulations just need to be changed altogether across, zone 1 and 2, specifically harvesting more does. Get people out there that tell you why you need to harvest does, period, if you're in a high populated area. I'm going to tell you my specific reasoning here. So like I said, we live on 400 something odd acres here. That my house attaches to the farmland. But anyways, over the past couple of years, we have seen an abundance more of does. Last year we had an amazing fawning. Like I'm talking.
Last year I think everywhere had a pretty good boom.
Yeah, an amazing fawning. And I'm talking like the soybean field where Papaw hunts, I bet I saw 10 fawns, if not more, all at once in this soybean field. And that's just one soybean field that's probably about
It's not big.
50 acres.
Yeah, it's not all too big.
So you're talking 15, 20 does with 10 plus fawns out there.
Yeah.
Plus your seldom amount of bucks. That's the problem we're having. So when you get to that
threshold
of there's 10 does. This is what you gotta look at it is there's pockets. These does are like families pretty much. And like you'll have a pocket of 15 does over here. You'll have a pocket of 10 does over here, and you'll have a pocket of 10, 15 does over here. And these pockets, the reason they're spread like that is because of the bedding. Our farm's bedding circumstances weren't that great. So that's why we had these pockets here, there. And I knew where these pockets were at because the bedding situations. Mm-hmm. Now that we've had our farm timbered, we could hold more deer. But I want to thin out that doe population instead of having 15, 15, and 10 or 10, spread out. I would like it to be 6, 5, and 5. Got 400 acres between 20 does. And of course, you're going to have your seldom here and there. Versus 50 does. Yep. And those pockets get thinned out. We've got more bedding now, so that brings in more bucks on the landscape. They can stay on the landscape from September to January and not have the bucks be pushed out on other farms and fringes. They can stay on the farm, whereas they're not staying on my neighbors anymore. And they're less likely to get killed by the neighbors. And from a management aspect, that's kind of what you want. Not hating on my neighbor, but I don't want my bucks to go to my neighbors. I know I can't prevent that. But the more time they spend on your property that you're going to let that deer walk, the higher possibility that he's going to make it to next year. That's the whole aspect of management and managing your deer herd at the end of the day. From what I understand, I'm not a biologist and I'm not claiming to be somebody that I'm not. But from what I have understood and learned over the past couple of years of listening and watching and learning, because you can learn a lot. And I'm not saying I've got a YouTube PhD on you, but you can learn a lot from some of these bigger guys. And I've learned that. And I've learned that if you have a bunch of does, you're not going to have a whole lot of bucks. But if you have the right amount of does, you'll have the right amount of bucks. Yep. It's just nature of the beast. So, yeah. What do you think about the deer rifle? You haven't put your input in on that. The deer season.
Early doe season in September.
I'm not looking forward to it. I don't want it. Only because I'm worried about on our farm because the Florida boys come up only for gun season, which is only for does. But
I doubt they would come just to kill a doe.
Yeah, I doubt it.
That's another thing.
I don't want to pressure our bucks while I'm trying to bow hunt them because we actually got this year is like I ain't seen any of our bucks yet because I ain't got my cameras out. But from what last year's early season looked like and all the prospects, I'm excited to see what this year's is.
Yeah.
Very excited. If they end up bringing that gun season in, I'm worried just going to push them and pressure them, and they're going to end up going into out of their routine even earlier than normal.
And it makes it harder to hunt.
So, yes. So, instead of having like that week, or 2 weeks, and then they switch up.
Because they're going to go hard horns right before, and they're going to switch up anyway, and then that gun season is going to come in and put even more pressure on them.
And make it even harder to hunt. It's going to be from, I got a pattern. I know where I need to go in there, know where he's coming from, to, now he's all night.
Yeah.
And it's hard enough to kill a mature buck.
And that's another thing is you're not going to get your non-resident hunters that are leasing and have land bought here come up here for the doe season and shoot does. They're not going to waste a trip
unless they think they can get away with shooting a buck and getting back to their state.
That's the. So, what do you think the state could do to introduce more does being killed?
Exactly what y'all been saying is in order to kill a buck, you gotta kill a doe first.
And you gotta be checked in.
And this sucks, but like in zone 1, say you gotta kill 2 does in order to get, a buck. But even then,
I like that idea.
Yeah, if every hunter
2 does,
and if every hunter just killed a doe before they kill their buck, which I don't know how many bucks were killed last year. But either way, if ever that would help.
The numbers were skewed though, because the numbers for state of Kentucky was like double the amount of bucks as there was does killed last year.
Okay, so even in zone 1, you had to kill 1 doe.
Yeah,
that's gonna
at least put it to a 1-to-1 ratio.
Yeah, say besides zone 4 or 3 and 4, zone 1 and 2 have to kill a buck because of higher populations.
A doe.
A doe before you get your buck, and you gotta check it in. So you go to your processor, and he'll check in. Hey.
Yeah, that'd be nice if your local processors could check it.
That is.
There
you go.
Go to your processor. You gotta check it in.
And they'll be able to tell.
Yeah.
Because they'll know if it's been roadkill.
Oh yes.
Been dead for a while.
Right. Check in, and then that month or that year they turn in. I don't know.
I mean, they keep track of your confirmation numbers. I mean.
Yes, and this makes more on processors because what if? Because you say you got to check in your doe on Kentucky Fish and Wildlife, and then they're like, okay, we released your tag or you're cleared, so that way when you do kill a buck,
I think you should still get your tag.
But if you
by law
you'll get
and
flagged.
regulation.
Yes, you'll get flagged if you haven't killed a doe that year to kill a buck.
Yeah, it'll be flagged.
Yes.
And then you'll just get a ticket from the game warden.
Yes.
You'll get a visit.
But you could always just like I turned in my tag for doe.
The problem is though,
you need a check in.
You'll get people that kill bucks, wait, they'll go shoot a doe, they'll go check in that doe, and then they'll go check in their buck.
And the thing is, how hard would it be? Say you take it to the processor, give him a confirmation number, you turn in, your doe, and then he's got to go through and check it in. And they go through these processes and look, hey, this guy did turn it in.
I don't think you need to make the process long.
That'd be.
You need to make it a quick process so that I can go check it.
At least they can go back and check if it was turned in at a processor.
It needs to be something similar to the call-in process that they have now, or online process. And the thing is, what you'll run into this with is if I kill my doe. And then a 170-inch stud comes walking out because it's November 1st. You're telling me I can't kill that buck without having that doe checked in? I'm going to be one tick dude. So that's where we got to find the fine line of where can we make this process easy enough, and where somebody like that situation there, because that will be a situation where somebody shoots a doe and then they shoot a buck in the same setting. And then they go find their doe, and then they go find their buck. And it's like, okay, did you shoot that buck first, or did you shoot that doe first? Did you shoot the doe first, or did you shoot you know what I'm saying? So
I don't know. It'd be so hard. In a setting like that.
That's where that would be.
That's where it gets.
That's where the gray area is.
Yeah. But you have to set a fine line where it's like.
He killed his doe, but then again, I don't want someone to kill a buck and then go kill a doe.
Right.
And
I think that process will be better because you'll have fewer of those instances happening than you would say somebody.
You can set it up like this: if you kill a buck, you got to kill your doe before or after your buck. If you killed a buck, by the end of the year, you have to kill a doe, and if you don't, you'll get ticketed and fined.
That's hard though. What about if you just run into have bad luck and don't see a doe for the rest of the season?
That is true.
You're a gun hunter and you
kill your buck on the last day of the season, and all you have is you don't own a bow.
Yes, but at that point, how many does did you pass up?
Yeah, that is true.
And that comes to the point of
I don't like that idea. I like the idea of that's a cool idea. It's a cool idea. Don't get me wrong. Because that guy next year would be like, okay, I'm definitely shooting my doe first. First doe steps out, I'm shooting her.
Yes.
That would definitely.
That was going to enforce it.
That would fix it.
It's going to enforce
that
it.
Would fix it.
It's going to keep gun hunters from being like, okay, kill a doe, I'm going to kill a buck.
Yeah.
And then
I get where you're coming from, but that's a little too cutthroat, I feel like.
It'd pressure them.
It would. I agree. I'm on your side here, but it is a little. But that is a little harsh. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to drive people away from hunting.
No. But if,
I feel
if
like
you're gonna
that-
regulate anyway, it's gonna have to be a little more harsh.
I think if we
Then
were to do
anything.
it, I think you would see a increase in crossbow hunters.
Yeah.
Try and get their doe early season without being
That is true.
bow hunter.
So that's why I say I think you need to enforce the one doe before buck. There needs to be a fine line if I can still shoot my buck in the same setting.
That needs to be stated.
Yeah. So I honestly don't see a difference in it. If I kill a buck and then I kill a doe in the same setting, it's honestly, there's no difference if I killed one or the other at the same time.
You got your doe.
But yes, I don't see any problem with that.
But you're gonna run into problems.
But you will run into problems.
So you would still.
That's
would
what
need to be
leads
clear.
Yeah,
that you
that's
have
what
to kill
leads
your doe.
to people shooting the buck first and then waiting. They might not kill a doe that day, but they go out there and hunt a couple days later, and then they go kill a doe, and then they check them both in.
It would.
That's where you'll run into that.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't like that idea.
Yeah, you would.
That's a stupid idea. I hate the fact of doing that, but
For the sake of it,
of management
work.
and for it to work, you have to kill your doe and get it checked in.
Either way, there's gonna be a stupid setting behind it because
Yes, people are gonna be upset. Can't make everyone happy. You're gonna run into situations like, "Hey, there's my shooter. But I don't have my doe yet."
Yeah.
Hey, that's just even more incentive. First Saturday in September, kill your doe as soon as you can.
Let me ask you this. Okay, so zone 1 is unlimited does. Do you think this should be only zone 1? Or zone 1 and 2? Because zone 2 is a 3 doe.
Yeah, I don't know. It just depends on
I definitely think, because here's the thing.
population density in the counties.
That's the problem with zone 2. Is because like you have dense populations and then you got less dense populations. So like where I'm at, we've got a dense population.
But at that point, it needs to be reevaluated. That those certain counties with dense populations and just roll them into zone 1, and then at the end of the year, at the end of the season, do a resurvey and put them back. Either leave them or put them back where they were, depending on population density.
And I wouldn't be against. And if say you implemented zone 1, 1 doe, 1 buck, and zone 2, 1 doe, 1 buck, like you'd kill a doe first and then your buck, and that goes. You go through the season, and you come back. I wouldn't be against doing a 2 doe, 1 buck. If the populations do not
dwindle down.
Yeah, I mean that. I don't see any problem with that. It's pretty much the same concept.
You just have to take 2 does.
You gotta take 2 does.
I wouldn't be against it.
No.
Specifically in zone 1.
And that would probably only last for a season.
Yes.
The 2 to 1.
Yep, and then you go right back to
1 doe,
1 doe, 1 buck. Or hey, this year took out enough does, y'all can just go straight for your buck you want to.
Yeah, that's
However,
what I'm saying.
That's not a bad idea.
It would probably be a year-to-year basis or a every 2-year basis, you know.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. Be like, okay, this year you allotted your buck tag first. You can kill.
I mean, they change regulations every year. It wouldn't be any different than.
Because you still have to look at the handbook every year to see if there's anything new, just like the baiting and all that. So
Baiting in the CWD zone, surveillance zones, and whatnot.
that would fix management and what they're trying to target for CWD.
And there's probably going to be a better class of age deer
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Better.
Management.
walking around with that regulation.
And it really slowed down out-of-state hunters coming for gun season.
Yeah.
Because those are gonna be pushing. We'll see the does, but the bucks will be right behind them, so they're gonna be like, Yeah, you know, I mean, it's gonna
That gives,
be harder.
well, that gives that buck that's why you need to draw that line where you have to kill that doe and get it checked in before you can kill that buck. So you can't kill that doe and that buck.
More opportunity to get away.
To get it to live.
To live for next season.
Thus, you have a better age class.
And then you're going to see
a lot bigger
bucks being killed.
And you're going to have a lot of ticked off people for 3 years. But year 4, 5, and 6, they're going to be like, this is the greatest thing ever. Why didn't we do this sooner?
Yeah. Be like, hey, check out this deer I got. He's 180 inches. I've never had this before.
If people would just kill their does, and people would just kill their does and let little bucks walk, we wouldn't have this conversation.
I mean, not wrong, but you know.
I'm not against the one doe, one buck, draw a line, you've got to get it checked in. I think the problem would be with checking your doe in. I like your idea of taking it to a butcher shop.
Yeah, that would.
It'd be a lot.
But I hate the fact of putting the burden
on the butchers.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that shouldn't be their
issue. It shouldn't be their problem. They're just trying
unless
to
they're getting allocated from the state money
to do it. That would be the only way, is if they were getting funding from the state to do it.
Not bad idea. And I also like the idea of the 2 to 1 as well, especially if you got.
Yeah, but it would just have to go from a year-to-year basis on the population.
Just like anything with the zones. So it wouldn't be, everything would be reevaluated.
There we go. Kentucky Fish and Wildlife, if you want to hire some guys to take care of your deer management, I think we got 3 guys here well qualified for it.
$100,000 a year.
Oh. A piece.
Yeah.
Part-time. We only work 10 hours a week, so. Because we got other full-time jobs.
Yeah. That would be nice. That'd be nice.
Oh, God.
And you gotta let us kill an elk a year.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just one tag.
Yeah, one tag for the 3 of us.
So.
3-year contract, though.
Yeah. 3-year contract.
So at least we all get a turn.
I don't know. I know we're spitballing. I know we might sound like idiots to some people, and then we might sound like geniuses to other people on here. But that's the great thing of the United States of America. We have freedom of speech.
You got that First Amendment, baby.
I don't know. I know there's a lot of people that probably don't like that idea. I know that there is places that have, like I know this guy, you know Zach Jacoby on TikTok?
Yeah.
You ain't seen him?
Oh, yes.
I know you've seen him.
I've seen him.
You've definitely seen him, you just didn't know his name. But he's from Iowa. Well, he hunts some suburban areas, and from what I understand, he has to kill does. Like this one suburban area, he has to kill 5 does. And that puts him in to get a buck tag next year. In that suburban area.
Huh.
So like each year he kills his 5 does, so he gets a buck tag like each year. But he has to kill 5 does each year.
I wonder if that's separate from his state
It
tag.
is.
Okay.
It is.
That would be.
He gets like 3 tags in Iowa because you get 2 bucks in Iowa plus he gets to hunt that suburban area, which is their own. It's kind of like Fort Knox.
Yeah, it's a separate tag from your state tag.
But that works out there. So
Yeah,
why can't it not work here? If it's working in that state,
that would get rid of your nuisance numbers. You know, that would take your.
I'm not saying let's kill 5 does because not every area needs to kill 5 does, but
no. But
we can implement a doe before
if you're worried about population, then you have to implement harvesting your does before your bucks.
Yeah.
Like I would like to kill 3 or 4 does this year.
Do it. Don't talk about it. Do it. I was bad about talking about it. So.
Well, you probably see first weekend.
Kept talking about it.
You'll see the very first weekend. And I'll come up here.
We talked about that
kill
too.
one of yours.
First, he was like first day. Dope.
But my biggest problem is
didn't happen.
Well, the worst thing is killing them in September. One, the fawns. I don't want to kill a doe with a fawn.
Come late September and October.
I know they say the fawns are off the does, but They're too
Here's
pretty.
my thing. If you're in a different zone than me, right?
I
Say
just
you are,
feel wrong
right?
doing it.
Say in my zone, I'm allowed 2 does, 2 doe tags, and you're allowed 3 doe tags. If I come here, am I allowed to kill a doe off yours, or 2 does off yours, and 2 does off mine?
Yeah.
If it's different zones.
Yeah. You just don't get a buck tag.
You're
pretty sure.
allotted 4 deer.
So probably.
That's either.
So you can go
does.
to Hardin County and kill all the does you want.
You just have to buy additional.
And it
doe
won't
doe
affect
tags.
my zone hunting.
I don't think so.
No.
But that's why I was wondering, if I go to your zone and I kill 3 does off your zone.
Right.
That allots for your.
For my zone too.
I'm pretty sure.
Now, like if you're in zone 2, same zone as me, then yeah, that accounts for your.
Yes, but I'm saying if I'm.
But if I go from zone 2 to zone 1, like your zone, can I kill 1 buck and 3 does here?
Okay, hold
and then
on.
go buy additional tags?
A deer permit purchased in Kentucky, it gives you 1 buck
3 does.
or 3 does, or it gives you
4 does.
4 does. So you can go throughout the state and kill your 1 buck and 3 does, or you can kill your 4 does throughout the state.
Correct.
But only in zone 1 can you
buy
purchase
additional tags.
more tags.
Yeah.
To kill more does.
Okay, so I can kill.
It's not gonna affect your
Zone.
Say I kill
just because you live in a zone that only allows you to kill 1 buck and 1 doe. That's all you can
in my zone.
tag for in your zone.
But I
you
can come up here.
You can go to another zone and fill your other 2 deer tags that you have.
Say if he's on 1, I'm on 2 this year, and I can kill my 3 doe and 1 buck, and I come up here. I can have him on his farm.
You have to purchase.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But I can still come up here and.
Yes.
Okay.
But like if you're in zone 3, which I think it's 1 buck and 2 does.
Something like that. They still have an allotted deer tag.
Yeah.
That they purchase, that they can go throughout the state. It don't matter what zone. It just can't be zone 3 that they've already harvested 3 deer in.
Yeah, you can go to zone 2 and kill 1 more doe.
Right.
Or you can go to zone 1 and kill.
Like if there's a piece of public land on the other side of the state that you want to hunt, and you've killed what your zone is allotted for, you can still go over there and
kill those if
that zone's higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the deer permit comes with 4 deer tags, 1 buck and 3 does, or 4 does.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because that means if you're zone 1 this year, which I doubt you will be.
They've talked about
They might.
Okay.
It don't matter though. It don't matter though. I mean, if you kill 3 does, or if you kill 2 does and your buck over there, you can still come over here and kill your last doe tag.
They've talked about that is in the talks this year, is that Grayson's going into zone 1.
That's it'll happen. It's happened before.
Well, Grayson County's always been a couple years behind Hardin County and Hart as far as zone changing.
I can come up here and help you out with your does.
You can do that first thing if you wanted to. It don't matter.
Yeah, you need to come up here and kill those anyways. I'm gonna put corn piles out for
Just as long as you don't kill more than 4 deer.
Yeah.
4 does.
It'd be hard to kill that many does off a corn pile anyways in one set.
Yeah.
If you kill 2 in one set and you're doing good. I could have probably done it one day.
You're on one side of the tree. I'm on this side of the tree.
Yeah.
2 does.
Just double.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sick video, wouldn't it? You
Mm-hmm.
just see 2 videos. You see 2 arrows just sticking in the ground
Pulling
like
those ears
that.
out.
Yeah.
Don't mix it yourself.
We doubled up.
This one's got a pecker.
Oh, he shed his antlers in November.
Oh,
Oh yeah. But yeah, I think I don't know, the CWD zones, touchy subject. I don't like the idea. I think if you're gonna do doe management, we've already talked about this, but I think the most foolproof way of taking out does is the doe before the buck.
Yep.
You'll have to draw a line on checking it in first.
It had to be clear, as black and white. It'll have to be.
The only problem, like we said, is where the check stations would be at.
Yeah.
That's the only problem I see in that plan. There used to be check stations long ago. Whatever happened to that, I don't know. I know we have grown in a society and we have phones and all that, and we can call or check them in on our phones. But checking it on your phone is not going to work in that aspect if we do the doe first. Because I'll just call in that I killed a doe on September 1st. And then I'll go kill a buck. You know what I mean? Because that's how that system would be abused. So, I guess we'll wrap it up now. I think we've had a pretty good discussion on that.
Yeah.
It's been an hour and a half almost.
Yeah.
Alright.
Thank y'all for watching. If you're still watching, like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Share it. I guess that's about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
See y'all next time.
See y'all.